This isn't just any box. This box carries an important product, your product, so the way it's packaged matters. Make sure you choose a supplier that cares about your packaging as much as you do. Choose Crown Packaging. Our team of knowledgeable packaging experts are here to help you find the best products and equipment for your business through helpful on-site support. We simplify packaging procurement by bundling everything you need to keep your operation running at peak performance, from machinery to supplies to services and more. And with our network of warehouses located nationwide and just-in-time delivery, you'll always have the supplies you need when you need them. Discover why thousands of businesses trust Crown as their packaging partner. Contact us today.
Thank you. So, why Springfield?
I get asked that a lot, and I choose to live here because Springfield is a place that I can enjoy the life I want.
I love the outdoors.
You can be on the lake in just a short drive.
It only takes me 10 minutes to get to work.
Or off to anywhere in the world.
I know my kids will be safe and well educated.
There are really good job opportunities after graduation.
I'm able to work remotely and create on a high level.
The healthcare options in this area are incredible.
The options for housing and cost of living are so affordable.
We have room to create.
I love to experience the excitement of sports.
Can't beat the food.
Or the drinks.
Why Springfield? Because all the pieces you need to create your own story are here. The only thing missing is you.
When you stand up.
When you have the world's attention.
When you have a chance to be heard.
What statement will you make?
What statement will you make?
How will you be a part of something bigger?
And make it something better.
After you move through the halls
and along the paths
that lead far beyond Missouri State and back again, you'll know.
You'll know.
You'll know.
You'll know.
How to inspire dialogue that matters.
How to live and lead with integrity.
And what it takes
to make
your
Missouri
statement.
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 Make your Missouri statement.
60! Full 60 right here, right now!
This is more than a game. This is one team united by one goal.
1, 2, 3, Bears!
We are your Missouri State Ice Bears.
WebSportsRadio.com, in association with KBFL, proudly presents Missouri State University Ice Hockey. With the call, here's Steve Casson.
And live from Jordan Valley Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena, it is the second game of the night. This features the Division III team and Missouri State versus Illinois State University. Hello everybody, Steve Casson along with Scott Lutzke on graphics and Chris Adams, our cameraman, as the Ice Bears, after starting the first half of the season with only 2 losses, are now 21-8-3, having lost 2 games in a row, including a 4-game opening round loss to Creighton in the MACA playoffs. The Ice Bears are now ranked number 11, but are 3-6-1 in their past 10 games in the second half of the season. That consists of going 0-2-1 in the Miami, Ohio tournament, and a 4-2 loss to Grand Valley, 8-6 to Central Michigan. It was a loss, and a 3-3 tie with Miami of Ohio. Then the Ice Bears were swept by Arkansas and split with Dordt University. So the Ice Bears struggling to get back on top here, and they are at number 11, as we mentioned, in the current poll. Let's take a look at some of the leaders for Missouri State, including Tyler Culleton. He continues to top the team with 15 goals and 32 assists. He has assists in 5 of his last 7 games, but he was held scoreless last Friday against Creighton. Jacob Holmstrom is second with 20 goals and 22 assists, and he has points in 3 of his last 4 games, 2 goals and 2 assists, but he was also held scoreless last weekend. Vinny Conti is third for Missouri State, 18 goals, 22 assists. He's tied with Holmstrom and Ryan Moon, who has 9 goals and 22 assists, for second in team assists, but Conti and Moon were also kept off the scoreboard last weekend. Isaac Cooper has 2 goals and an assist in the past 4 games. He's currently 5th in scoring, along with Jacob Schlereth, Jake Schlereth, as he likes to be called. He's been putting the puck in the net lately and has 2 goals in 3 games for a total of 5 goals and 5 assists in 27 games this season. For the Ice Bears, Zach Zaccardi. He did not score last Friday, but he does have a goal and 2 assists in the past 4 games. Goaltending-wise, goaltender Ethan Taplin, he's lost his last 2 games, and he's given up 9 goals on average in 36 shots on average per game. But Ethan Taplin will be the starting goaltender here tonight. Espen Rieger, the other Ice Bears goaltender, is 1-2 in his past 3 games, averaging 3 goals against and 29 shots also against per game. But don't let these stats fool you. Both of these goaltenders can stop the puck and can be a game saver and a game breaker at any time this season. We'll take a look at the Illinois State University RedBirds, and for them, they are 11-9 this season. They have lost their last 3 games, including being swept by the University of Missouri 6-2 and 5-0 the weekend of February 3rd and 4th. The RedBirds are ranked number 44 this season and have not played for 2 weeks since the Mizzou sweep. Illinois State is 6-4 in their last 10 games. The RedBirds also have just 7 players with 10 or more points, and those players include Blaze Jenke. He leads the RedBirds with 9 goals and 4 assists, 13 points, and he has a point in 10 of the 15 games that he has played this season, but he's scoreless in 2 games. Matthew Strom is tied with Jenke at 13 points, 8 goals, 5 assists, but he's appeared in 2 more games than Janicki. Kevin Coast is third, and he will be out of the lineup tonight, unfortunately. But he is third with 11 points, 9 goals, 2 assists. He's tied for the team lead in goals along with Janicki and Giovanni Zangaria. Michael Prazak is tied for 4th with Coast and Nathan Gustafson, that is. Now, he has 5 goals and 6 assists, he being Prazak, and he had an assist on Zangaria's goal. That was his last point late in the first period against Butler back on January 28th. Gustafson had a 5-game point scoring streak through January, but he's scoreless in February and remains with 11 points. Zangara, that is tied for 6th with Aiden Krebel, tallying 10 points, 9 goals, and 1 assist. Zangara had a 4-game goal scoring streak, but did not score against Mizzou in a 5-0 loss on February 4th. Krebel has 7 goals and 3 assists. He lost a 2-game goal scoring streak in the 6-2 setback from Mizzou back on February 3rd. And goaltender Dylan Lloyd, he's played all but 5 games this season. He's 6-6 with a 3.14 goals against average. Take a look at some of the additional stats for these two teams. Special teams, Missouri State, 27.3% on the power play. They've scored 30 out of 110 opportunities. And on the penalty kill, 79.8%. They have killed off 95 of 119. For the Redbirds, a good power play percentage, 30.9. They've scored 42 goals for 136 opportunities. Penalty kill, not too bad, 85%. They have killed off 95 of 113 opportunities.
You know, Steve, that just points out that even though the Redbirds are ranked number 44, you cannot get penalties against this team because they are doing what they need to do to convert that into points, and they're pretty good on the PK too. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out tonight's game.
Yeah, it's been a little tough for Missouri State. We joked about the fact that the running joke was, well, how many penalties will Missouri State take before the first 2 minutes of the game? And that was the running joke for the longest time. This season seemed to be not so much of a joke at all because the Ice Bears did not do that. But we have seen at least the last game that we called at home where penalties were a factor for Missouri State. So we'll see what happens here. As we get ready for puck drop, they will go straight in after warm-ups here for Division III. So we will take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have puck drop here. It's the second game of the night, Division III action, Missouri State, Illinois State. We'll be back.
Tri-Lakes Marine has upped its game. Not only is Tri-Lakes Marine the largest Yamaha outboard dealer in the state with G3 aluminum fishing boats and a full lineup of Suncatcher pontoon boats, Tri-Lakes is now the area's newest and largest Bennington dealer. Bennington pontoons are the pinnacle of luxury pontoon boats, and Tri-Lakes Marine has several models in stock. If you're ready to up your game on the lake, stop by Tri-Lakes Marine today on your way to Table Rock, just 15 minutes south of Nixa on Highway 160, your full-service boat and motor dealer.
Back at Jordan Valley Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. Local address announcer Kevin Thorough, I believe, is going to have our starting lineups. Let's join him.
Well, let's jump right into it with our starting lineups for tonight's game, beginning with the visiting Redbirds of Illinois State. Starting at a forward, number 3, Gavin Dolan. Starting at a forward, number 9, Teddy Bittman. And starting at a forward, number 77, Hawk Burkett. Starting on defense for the Redbirds, number 39, Mario Garcia. Starting on defense, number 22, Mike Magos. And starting in goal for Illinois State, number 40, Dylan Lloyd. And on the Missouri State side, starting at a forward, number 42, Evan Lazansky. Starting at a forward, number 91, Cameron Osdick. And starting at a forward, number 74, Jake Slareth. Starting on defense for the Bears, number 12, Zach Drummond. And number 24, Jake Stewart. And starting in net for the Ice Bears tonight, number 50, Ethan Taplin.
Oh, there you go. Ethan Taplin in nets in 15 games. He's 10-4-1 with a 3.33 goals against average and an .883 save percentage. Dylan Lloyd 6-6 with a 3.14 goals against average and an .856 save percentage. We're underway here as Missouri State skates from the left to the right, Illinois State from the right to the left. Quickly to be Zach Drummond with it. Drummond, as far as notable Ice Bear performances, became the all-time leader in games played at a Division III level with 122 games when he played against Creighton last Friday. Here's Schlereth in front to Lasansky with a drive and a save, and the rebound. Lloyd is able to cover that one up. So we are only 31 seconds into this game, and already 2 shots for Missouri State.
Interesting thing I noted is when you start a game, an ice hockey game, the ref is supposed to be facing the scorekeeper's box on the drop, and they did not do that, which is unusual.
Well, and something that I know you know, but some people don't know, is the only time the referee drops the puck is the opening faceoff. After that, the linesmen do the rest.
And that was a linesman who dropped the puck, which is the other component at that's odd. So maybe that's why he did it, because he's not used to facing the other way.
Puck sent out by Zangara, but it's turned around by the Ice Bears. Then quickly, here comes Jacob Holmstrom. Breaks free, Holmstrom still with the puck. Calling for it up top is Blake Harper, and it will be Harper to send it in. Deflects over to Holmstrom. Off the back of the boards to Moon. Worked into the near side corner and grabbed by Joey Mulligan. Now Holmstrom steals in front. He shoots and a big save, and it's covered up. Make that 18:45 to go in the period. Face off in the Redbird zone. Ice Bears with Vinny Conti. 18 goals, 22 assists for Vinny Conti this season. He's 3rd in scoring. Had a big overtime winner versus Arkansas back on January 29th of 22. Everyone knows how important that game was for him. His grandmother had just passed away, and he was all about doing it for Granny. Puck on the far side, Conti with a big hit. Underneath the stick there. Puck comes in. We'll have to see. Scott, I don't know if I put it down, but there is a number 14, and I do not have a number 14 on my list. Puck is deflected away by Hitzler, and it's cleared out to center ice.
Yeah, I don't have one on either of my lists either. And it doesn't have a name on the back either. I think I noticed that earlier.
Yeah,
right?
see if we can get a hold of the scorers table and see if they'll be able to tell us who is number 14. Puck sent into the Missouri State zone. 3 shots officially for the Ice Bears. And Missouri State with Drummond to clear it out to center. To A.J. Daniger. He gets a drive in, missing wide. Goes to the near side boards. Flipped down by Adam Sprock on the ice now. Sprock, the freshman, looking for his first points. And Daniger, who gets upended, will cause a stoppage in play. 17:15 to go in the period. Face off in the ISU zone. Ice Bears win the draw. Dropped it to Papuga. Swings it all the way around to Daniger. Had Springfield Cardinals night here for the Division I squad, and Daniger, like myself, worked for the Cardinals during the summertime. He is the home team clubhouse manager. That's the top position you can be in. Puck cleared to Sprock off of his stick.
case they hadn't tuned in, very, very captivating game against the D1 squad, Colorado State visiting, and it was quite the game going into overtime. And a late penalty in overtime, gave Missouri the opportunity to score a goal from Raymer. It was a really good game to watch.
Well, we have information who number 14 is, and I don't even see him on this roster. Blake Laducci, apparently, is his name. What they said. Buck comes in, stopped by Lloyd, and the Ice Bears will switch up. Ozdak bowls his way through, and the recipient of that check is another number we do not have. Listed as Garcia, but we do not. Oh, Mario Garcia. Okay. Supposed to be 39, but apparently he's wearing 10. So we'll go with that one. Here comes in a break for Zangaro with a drive in and a score on the rebound. Giovanni Zangaro will get the goal. He did have a 4-game goal scoring streak at one point, but he'll score here. And we will get the call from Kevin Thurrow. But here in the first period, Illinois State takes the lead. Or not, we'll just get some music here. But for Zangaro, that'll be his 10th goal of the season. And it's 1-0 ISU. Holmstrom had to roll off of his stick. He's able to chop and keep it in.
Illinois State goal scored by number 46, Gio Zaguara. Time of that goal at 4:20 of the first period, scored by number 46. Assists are pending on the play.
What time was that, Scott? I missed it.
I didn't catch it.
4:26, I believe. So Zangaro will get the goal.
Kevin Thurlow down there has to read off of handwritten score sheets, so he's doing the best he can with pronunciations.
Yeah, we had last-minute changes on jerseys. I assume it has to do with road jerseys. Buck sent in across the line. And again, another number we do not have. At the period intermission, we're going to have to find out who these numbers are. And I can't really go off the names on the back either. Well, possibly Blaze Janicki. So Janicki apparently wearing 14 instead of 80. I guess we can go off that. We'll see if that indeed is the case. Here's Cooper for Missouri State, centering it up in front. Culleton score! Tyler Culleton with his 16th goal of the season, and Missouri State has tied the game up at 1-1. Culleton down the middle here in the first period. 15:40 at the time of the goal. Did I say 15? 5:40 the time of the goal. And just like that, the Ice Bears have themselves a tie game on Culleton's 16th of the season.
Goal scored by number 26, Tyler Culleton. Assisted by number 44, Isaac Cooper. Time of that goal at 5:40 of the first period, scored by number 26, assisted by number 44.
As Ott gets a drive, and it's held on to Sprock right there. So Missouri State that quickly is able to tie this game up on their 7th shot. Ozdak in to take the draw. Missouri State has possession and a good baseball style play by Zach Drummond. Culleton has set a rookie point record for Division III with 15 goals and 32 assists coming into today's game for 47 points, so he improves on it now with 16 goals. A lot of accolades for this squad. Puck is cleared, and the Ice Bears, who did change up, will work it to Schlereth. Across the line, Schlereth shoots, and he just missed wide. Drop down to the circle, it's cleared out to center. Grabbed once again by a player whose number we do not have. We will have to see who number 9 is. Ice Bears to Holmstrom. They'll wait for some help. Try to get it to Brock Gerhardt. Gerhardt with a centering pass, broken up. Dolan can't hold on to it. Holmstrom steals. Holmstrom waits, gets it over to Cooper. Ice Bears without the service of Braden Harwell. He will be out for a few games. Puck is taken away and cleared. And Zaccardi, the number 9 who we do know about, will send it up on the near side to Holmstrom. Now to Moon. Puck shot in and sent all the way around for Moon. Ryan reached 100 ACHA games played at Division III when he played against Arkansas on January 27th. Here's Cooper with a shot. It sails up high and misses. Now Matthew Garnier into the fold. Drop down to the half boards. Taken away, and it is cleared out. The only thing I can say is these are road jerseys or something to the effect. There is no number 87. Here's Garcia. Do not know who 87 is. Looks like Michael Prazek. So we'll go with Prazek at 87. We'll have to figure this all out. We're going to get an icing call here. So in case you're wondering, number changes. Mario Garcia is 10. Hank Burkett, 77. Blaze Janicki is 14. Michael Prazek wearing 87. Reese Simkowski is 32. And Dylan Lloyd is wearing number 40. If that changes anything for you. Ice Bears have it again. Now to Garnier. Pushed into the corner, dropped down in low. Working it around Mulcahy. And he does clear. The Ice Bears will set it back up again. They're offside. They get back on. Now with 10:53 to go in this period. 1-1 contest. Now here comes the lead pass. It will go to Janke with a drive. It sails wide. The Ice Bears will clear it. Outlet too far, and it will go to Engelbretson. Off of his stick, and he'll set it up again. Aaron with 2 assists this season. Backhanded in, it's going to be delayed offside, and coming across the line. That should have been offside, but they let it go. And a save by Taplin. Face off in the Missouri State zone. 10:20 to go in the period. Ice Bears quickly get it out. Too far for Sprock and no icing. Engelbretson to chase. Around the official. Now stepping in is Matthew Hurtado, but it'll be Hitzler with it. Zachary still tries to work the puck. 4 goals, 4 assists for Hitzler. Sent over to Engelbretson. Ice Bears keep it in. Drop down in low to Daniger. Nice move in front, but instead he'll take it himself. Wasn't going to get to Ott, but Puga with a drive. It's blocked in front. Turned around by Hurtado. Now we get an Ice Bear with a stick getting held up. Hitzler is able to skate through. And that's what the officials did the right thing, not calling anything there.
Yeah, he was at risk of getting a hooking call, but he smartly dropped his stick before he did any more damage.
Which technically is a way of kind of saying, hey, I hooked him, don't call me for it. Here comes Ozdek. He pushes down Janke. Up top, drive in, score! Evan Lasansky, 8th goal of the season. Missouri State has a 2-1 lead. This one came down in low. I think we'll give Gamble an assist. And then it came up top to Lasansky, who was just kind of waiting there and got a blast off and in. And Missouri State has the lead here. This one coming at 10:50 of the period.
Ice Bears goal scored by number 42, Evan Lasansky. Assisted by number 91, Cameron Ozdek. And by number 74, Jake Schlereth. Time of that goal at 10:50 of the first period, scored by number 42, assisted by number 91 and number 74.
So the Ice Bears at 10:50 and on their 9th shot have a 2-1 lead after trailing by a count of 1-0. Holmstrom across to Gerhardt. He shoots in and a save, and it'll be held by Lloyd. And you know, Brock Gerhardt, 7th in scoring. He had 1 goal and an assist February 4th against Dort, and that is his career high. He has 3 game-winning goals too. So Brock Gerhardt, he's a big kid. But he also scores a bunch in front, listed at 6'4", 235. Drive comes in, and it'll be held by Taplin. .8:30 to go in the period. Ice Bears have possession off the draw. They'll bring it down in with Holmstrom. Holmstrom, cross ice pass. Catching up is Harper. He shoots in. It's blocked. Rebound, Gerhardt from the side of the net, and it's covered up by the goaltender, Lloyd. He'll hold on. 8:18 to go in the period. Puck flipped out to center. And Missouri State with Gronberg to break it up momentarily. Puck is flipped up and out of play. 8:07 to go in this period. We will have another pair of games for you tomorrow. We hope you'll tune in. Division III, these same 2 teams, 2 o'clock Central Time. And then Division I tomorrow night, 6 o'clock Central Time. And the Ice Bears winning in fantastic fashion. 4:11 of the overtime period. Tommy Raymer with a blast from about the Ice Bears' bare head, as you look right there. And the Ice Bears gain the victory, 4-3. Mulcahy sends it to the half boards. Ice Bears keep it in with Cooper. Cooper still with it, dropped it down. Garnier were looking for it, sends it behind the net, out in front. Gronberg will have it. Right side, now to the left side to Garnier. Mulcahy puts a check on him. Puck dropped down in low. Cooper with it, didn't know where it was. Decided to take his man. We're going to get a penalty, and it will be a slashing call. They're going to call Coop. No, I thought they're going to get them both.
Yeah, it was a weak slash.
Well, Cooper's going to the box. They're going to get them both. Okay, so one gets slash, or they both get slash. Mulcahy and Cooper both get slashing. So we're going to skate 4-on-4. here in the period. A 4-on-4 scenario, and the Ice Bears with Ott. Ott with a drive and a missed wide. Back behind the net for A.J. Daniger. Puck to the point, sent right back in on an offside play. But it's intercepted and grabbed by Zachary Hitzler. Sent down with 1.5 to go in the 4-on-4 scenario.
Penalties on the play to Missouri State number 44, Isaac Cooper, and to Illinois State number 11, Joe Malahy. Both 2-minute minors for slashing at 12:46 of the first period. 2-minute minors.
So slashing is the call. And the Ice Bears will move the puck to Papuga. Has some room. He shoots in. Pad save. Lloyd steers it into the corner. Fresh on the ice now, Osdek for Missouri State. Ice Bear gets slammed into the boards, and it's stolen. Osdek had a drive that was blocked. Back out to center, and Ott will go. He's the one that got dumped in front. He'll go back to the bench. Drummond with a pass that's intercepted. Broken up by Michael Prazik and sent down in. Osdek gets around, one stick check. Well, he didn't really. The puck lost off of his stick. Here's Matthew Strom, broken up by Missouri State's Osdek. Still with the puck. Cameron to work it around. Osdek, 8th in scoring. Had a goal and an assist against Dallas Baptist on December 3rd. Oh, a fanned on puck there. Comes
Lots
over.
of slashing going back and forth.
Strom got slashed. We're going to get a penalty.
And of course, he slashed before that.
11 seconds left in the 4-on-4. And apparently we're not getting a penalty.
Must have just been offsides based on where they're dropping it.
So that's a break. Now 9 seconds to go, and both players will be out of the box. That will be Cooper and Mulcahy. 1 second, we're back to 5-on-5.
Teams are at full strength.
Zaccardi, right side, gets around Janicki. To the point. Here's a snapshot, and it's blocked, and racing to get it was the Ice Bears' Culleton as Conti sent it over to him. Who has it? Missouri State does. Off of Conti. Cleared now, and a drive in that is stopped by Taplin. Another jersey number 9. We'll have to see who that is on the ice now. Off the draw, the Ice Bears are able to win it. Gronberg. Keep my eye on number 9, see who that is. Gronberg gets upended. And it looks like Bittman. I believe that's who it is. Yep. Theodore Bittman is wearing number 9 in lieu of 49. Drop down in the Missouri State zone. Waiting up high was Garcia. It didn't get to him. Ice Bears intercept. Turning and burning is Holmstrom. Across the line. Holmstrom waits, has some room. Holmstrom shoots. It's blocked in front. Ice Bears keep it. Gronberg from Holmstrom. Now to Gronberg. He shoots in, save. Rebound loose. Cleared off the boards and out. It's sent all the way down. Shots 15-5 in favor of Missouri State. Here comes Moon across the line. Keeps it into the zone. He touches it. Oh, it should have been a delayed offside call, but the Ice Bears don't get a benefit of that. Now racing in and trying to get a shot off in front was Mulcahy. The Ice Bears break that one up.
Of course, we get the benefit of altitude too. So
Sure.
Down on the ice, it may have looked like a RedBird may have touched it.
Completely different story. Here is a drive in by Daniger, steered aside by Lloyd. Out on the ice now with a backhander out, and it's cleared by Zangara. Giovanni Zangira, 9 goals, 1 assist. 6th in scoring, points in 6 of his last 8 games. Capuano, his pass connects. It goes to Mulcahy. He tried to cut down the middle, wanted a penalty, nothing happened. Here comes Ott. Across the line, into the zone of ISU. Daniger, his pass as he tried to get position, ended up deflecting it out to center, and the Icebergs will have to set things up again. 2:20 to go in the period. Scott, I do not have an interview set up yet. I'm going to have to find one. Here's Ozdek. You have to cover me while I find one.
What, with like a blanket?
Yeah. Did not set up an interview. It's going to be a past interview, obviously, a Division III game past interview, but we get a whistle for an offside here.
Yep.
So we'll see who we can put in for our interview slot, and we'll tell you who that's going to be. And it looks like, well, I'll tell you what, we've been talking about a couple of players. One of them is Ryan Moon, so let's go ahead and do an interview. This goes back from January. It'll be an interview with Ryan Moon, and he will be our second period intermission guest. Sorry, I didn't give you much time.
First intermission guest?
Oh, yeah, first intermission.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in the first period. Just seems like it. We've already played 3 periods of hockey. That should be in the second or third, right?
Actually, this is our 5th period of hockey.
It is. Icebergs keep it into Harper with a shot in, just missing wide, looking to roll through. You looked at me like, what are you talking about? And I just realized, yeah, it's just the first period here. Puck cleared all the way down, no icing.
Guess they thought he didn't make a play for it, but he was skating, so.
Well, here we go again. I don't know if they want to get this game over or what, but here comes Harper. It's been a pretty quick one this period. Holoton with less than a minute to go. Now in front, Cooper missing high and wide. Off the glass, a bad bounce. Matthew Hurtado's there, but it's intercepted. Ice Bears will have possession at center ice. Across the line, into the zone. Here's Gerhardt. He shoots, he scores! Should find an interview with Brock Gerhardt too. 14th goal of the season, and Gerhardt is on fire. Missouri State, with their 3rd straight goal, they lead 3-1. This goal here in the first period coming at 19:17 of the period. Gerhardt will get his 14th. We'll catch the call from Kevin Thorough. And fans are 2 away from Andy's. Shot comes in and it's gloved by Taplin. He'll hold on. 22 seconds left in the period. We'll take a look at that one. Well, that one is the save there.
Ice Bears goal scored by number 22, Brock Gerhardt. Assisted by number 20, Christian Catalano. Oh, just kidding. Number 20, Matthew Garnier. Time for that goal at 19:18 of the first period. Scored by number 22. Assisted by number 20. That's a Missouri.
So the Ice Bears. And of course, Christian Catalano is here tonight. That's why. It's going to be senior night tomorrow, which is really an afternoon game. Drive in from the right side by Stewart, and it's held on to with 2.3 seconds left. Yeah, I'll see if I can find another interview for our second period, and maybe that will be an interview that we can do with Brock Gerhardt. If we have it. Off the draw, shot just missed wide as the period comes to an end. Dylan Lloyd faces 20 Ice Bear shots. Ethan Taplin with just 6. RedBird shots. And power play wise, we had a 4-on-4 scenario, so nobody had the man advantage. And we go into period number 1 intermission with a 3-1 lead for Missouri State. We'll take a break, and when we come back, an oldie but goodie, Ryan Moon will be our guest. It goes back to a January interview. We'll do that in mere moments. But the Ice Bears have a 3-1 lead after 20.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created Junk Email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
Tri-Lakes Marine started with Pat and Eric working out of the back of their service truck, repairing boats and keeping folks on the water. Today, Tri-Lakes Marine is the largest Yamaha outboard dealer in the state. At Tri-Lakes Marine, you will find in stock Yamaha outboards, G3 aluminum fishing boats, and a full lineup of Suncatcher pontoon boats. And Tri-Lakes Marine is still a full-service dealer with a complete Yamaha service center because maintenance matters. We take care of our customers. Check out our full lineup of boats and motors at Tri-Lakes Marine, 15 minutes south of Nixa on Highway 160.
Hey, Missouri! Barrel Bob here. I'm MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. I see a lot of distracted drivers in work zones not paying attention to the road. Distracted driving is the #1 cause of crashes. The average text takes 5 seconds to read. At 55 miles per hour, you could travel the length of a football field blindfolded. Don't take the chance. I want you and my friends working on the roads to get home safely. Please buckle up and put your phone down. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
Back at Jordan Valley Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. Now talking with Ryan Moon of Missouri State. Ryan is 4th in scoring, 8 goals, 18 assists, 26 points, about 1.18 points per game you're scoring right now. And Ryan, you know, I have to tell you, your dad is a blast because every time I walk through the halls and intermission and I see him, and he always comes up to me and he says, Ryan should have had that goal. And, Ryan should have done this, and, Ryan did that. And it's just funny to kind of walk by him and talk about things you should have had, shouldn't have had. I don't know if he talks like that with you, but he definitely, in a proud way, he talks about you like that. So it's nice to have a dad that cheers you on like that.
Correct, yeah. I think anybody that knows my dad, he always has a smile on his face. Kind of lightens up the mood in the room. So.
Absolutely, he seems like that. You, of course, from Ozark, Missouri, local product. You're one of 5 or so local products on the team. You've been able to kind of go through hockey literally here in this arena. What's it been like?
Yeah, it's been pretty surreal growing up in this ice arena and being able to also coach the Junior Bears program. The 4 years that I've been here at Missouri State. So it's been really nice to be able to give back and improve ice hockey in Springfield.
That's another thing, too. A lot of the guys do coach the youth, and that's obviously a nice thing. Your name's out there. Everyone kind of knows you now.
Correct, yeah. I think I invited some of the junior pair kids out. We've built some pretty close relationships with their parents and the kids as well. I've seen some of them come out here and learn to play, and now they're skating and doing junior bears, so it's pretty cool.
At one point during your career, you've led the team in scoring. You have been kind of instrumental on top lines before. Is this something that you've always strived to do when you grew up playing hockey? Is kind of be involved? Some players just want to kind of sit back on the sidelines, maybe play good defense or play their positioning, but you seem to kind of be involved in a lot of different things.
Yeah, I always try to go out there and do my best and try and win the hockey game. Not necessarily sometimes I'll be a goal scorer. Other times I'll just be putting pressure on the defense. Whatever I can do to improve our team and increase our odds of winning.
When you grew up, was hockey the first thing that you knew about, or when did you get exposed to hockey?
Yeah, I think our parents, funny story, my dad, he came to the ice rink when it opened up, and he saw a bunch of kids skating. I think it was like some youth program, and he wanted my family, me, my brother, and my sister to learn how to skate so that we could go to birthday parties, and that was the main reason, so that we know how to skate during birthday parties, but it kind of evolved into something else. So.
That's interesting. So he just wanted you to look good on the ice during birthday parties.
Correct.
That's funny. So has your dad ever skated before?
You know, thinking about it, I've never seen him put on skates and get on the ice.
But he's kind of directed you and taught you, so to speak, a little bit there?
Correct. Yeah, just from the sidelines.
That's always good. And like I say, your dad is a blast to talk to and to see, and as you mentioned, smiles on his face every time. Even when I know there was a point maybe last year that you were kind of struggling a little bit. That you were right there, but the puck wasn't, or it hop over your stick, or you hit the post or something like that. But he always had that positive spin on things, like, oh, we should have had that one, or always it'll be close, and that kind of thing. So it's always nice to have that. Do you feel that obviously your dad's been a big influence on you to play the type of game that you play now?
Yes, I do. He always tells me to go out there, make moves, have fun, but he's never really pressured me into, hey, you got to score 2 goals today or get 2 assists. It was just more about the love of the game.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I think I want to be an astronaut.
Do you really?
Yeah, I think so.
So after this, you're going to have to go to astronaut school?
No, I think I'm going to take a little pit stop. Planning on going to medical school in the future. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll be an astronaut one day. Who knows?
So one day, does it matter if it's, well, they don't have space shuttles anymore, so I guess SpaceX, does it matter if it's that or maybe a mission to Mars? Or
maybe. Who knows? I might go to Mars.
That'll be interesting, although I don't know how long that trip is, though.
Hopefully the advances for space travel will reach those limits whenever the time comes.
Ryan Moon is joining us of Missouri State. And Ryan, when you first got into hockey, do you remember your first organized time? Like, do you remember your first game?
I think it was at Arkansas. I went along with my brother's team. He's 2 years older than me. And they kind of I remember being put on the bench. I wasn't supposed to play, but apparently I kept asking my coach, when am I going to go in, and when am I going to go out there and skate with the big guys? And eventually they let me get on the ice, and I think I remember going through another kid's legs because I was so small.
Interesting. And then they kind of thought, oh, we need to keep him. Well, that was going to be my next question. Yes. Even with skates on, you do look like a small person compared to everybody else. But is that an advantage for you?
I think it is. I think it makes me more elusive on the ice. It definitely allows me to use my quickness against bigger defenders. Obviously, if I get hit, I'm going to take more damage. But I definitely use my size to my advantage.
Well, speaking of hitting, you are not one to back up. I have seen you go into the corners and hit players who are twice as big as you and still get in with the best of them. Obviously, size doesn't matter.
Correct, yeah. I know I'm small, but when I'm on the ice, I don't feel small. I feel big. So,
yeah. And it shows. It shows when you're out there like that. Do you have any brothers and sisters?
I do. I got an older sister who's 4 years older than me, and then I got an older brother who's 2 years older than me.
Now, do any of them play hockey?
So we grew up playing, me and my brother grew up playing hockey here, and then my sister was a figure skater here as well.
Okay. So she's the one that has to get up really early, like 5:30 in the morning, and do all her figure skating, and at least you get a little bit more time.
Exactly, yeah. I remember a lot of times my sister would go skate before we would go to school.
That's got to be tough getting up that early. If hockey practice was that early, would you do it?
I would, most definitely.
Without arguing or complaining or anything like that?
Oh, yeah.
So what makes hockey different from other sports?
I think it's just the pace of the game. I grew up playing football, also playing tennis, ran track, but I think it's just the pace of the game. Being on skates is something like no other. You can increase your speed a lot faster than you can run. So I think that's what makes it so cool, being able to go so fast.
I mentioned you grew up in Ozark, went to Ozark High School, I believe.
I went to Glendale.
Oh, you went to Glendale. Okay. So even regardless of where you went, I mean, Glendale, maybe people might know of hockey players a little bit more than they might in Ozark because there's no rink there. But when you were growing up there, did people look at you and say, oh, you're a hockey player?
No way. You can't look at me and say, that guy's a hockey player. But if I invite them out and have them come to the game, then I might change their mind.
How many people have you had them come out and be in love with hockey?
I think a lot of the youth kids. I know there's a kid named Gunnar Sparks. He's a little 5-year-old. I didn't realize how much of an impact I had on his life till his dad actually reached out to me and told me that he really enjoyed me coaching him. So hopefully, I don't know if there's more kids like that, but I feel like that gives me a purpose in life too.
Ryan Moon is joining us of Missouri State, fourth in scoring for the Ice Bears. Ryan, this is a team that its record speaks for itself. It's when you say it's unlike one other team, yes, because of the record, but a couple of seasons that you've been with the team has made it to the semis. What's the goal this year?
Definitely to bring home the championship. I think that's what we've been working through the past semester, and kind of just reflecting on it before we came back. I was thinking, I think we have a really good shot to win, and I know a lot of guys believe that. Maybe they haven't put that thought in, but I think we have the right group of guys this year, and I think it's our time to go out there and bring it home.
I mean this jokingly, but there was a time maybe 3 years ago when the joke was, okay, are the Ice Bears going to get a penalty in the first 2 minutes? That has changed. What has changed? What has changed from that type of mentality to what has happened now, which is where you might not get a penalty for half the game?
Yeah, I think it was just a change in discipline and a change in our mindset of what are we going to do in order to win the game. And we realized that, we were spending a third of the game, a whole 20 minutes. I think that might be our average still today, but we were realizing that a lot of the time we were playing the man down, and that was just giving us a huge disadvantage. And it was kind of just a group, what's the word?
Decision?
Yeah, group decision. That, if we wanted to win hockey games and go to the national tournament, that we would have to clean up our penalties and our mistakes.
Do you feel like after you graduate that this is a team this year that's going to kind of leave a legacy with Division III?
I hope so.
Well, hopefully you will get more goals at the end of interviews. I always wish players more goals, so I hope that happens for you, and continue to climb the leaderboard and continue to keep the wins coming on.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
Thank you for doing this. Ryan Moon of Missouri State. We'll take a break. Be back. More hockey coming up in a moment.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created Junk Email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
This is what you're missing on Web Sports Radio in 30 seconds.
Well, Steve, you've probably had time to practice and learn and memorize the names of the new players, the numbers and all, and I'm just kind of coming here cold.
Dave, I am winging it. Joining me is Dan Lee. Dan, you're out of jail. Welcome.
I just happened to be coming by here to try to collect the $11.50 you owe me on our fantasy football league this year, and I still haven't got it.
I'm getting fingers, I'm getting points, I'm getting looks. Where's my director?
Hey, what are you trying to say? I haven't done this in a while? Is that what you're saying?
Basically.
Yeah, okay.
Well, new rule change. Everything's changed. They play hockey on feet now.
Oh, I guess that really didn't work too well, did it? It's Missouri State Hockey on websportsradio.com. Join us.
It's time to drop the puck on the second period. Here's Steve Casson.
Along with Scott Lutzke and Chris Adams on camera. Now, Chris, from what I understand, you will not be here for the second game tomorrow, correct?
For the first game tomorrow.
That's yeah, first game.
Yeah, I got some kid basketball going on.
All right. Well, we'll excuse you for that one. Hey, but you came in here towards the end of the overtime potential that you got to see with Missouri State D1, so that was good.
Yeah, I got here about 30 seconds before that winning goal.
Oh, there you go. Well, the Ice Bears are underway here in period number 2. They lead 3-1. Goals, 3 straight by Culleton, Lasansky, and Gerhardt. And Giovanni Zangara got the first goal in the first period at 4:26 for ISU. The Redbirds skate from the left to the right. Puck flipped in on goal and gloved like a shortstop by Ethan Taplin. I mentioned Culleton. He also has the second most assists in a single season. Right now he has 32. Who's the leader? Sean Leslie with 42. And you got to go back to the 16-17 season. And some good accolades. Puck right off the draw again, covered by Taplin. A couple of players have reached 100 career games. I mentioned Ryan Moon. Also, Brett Houston reached 100 career games with Missouri State when he played against Creighton on February 10th. Houston, though, is not in the lineup tonight. Puck rolls in. Here is Hank Burkett taken out of the play, and the Ice Bears will cook to get it up. Gerhardt with a touch pass to Harper. 2-on-2. Now a 3-on-2. Catching up is Holmstrom. Back over to Harper. He'll have to corral it and set it up again. Left side. Off of Gerhardt, and here might be a race. The goaltender comes way out, and Taplin is able to clear. Huge play there by Missouri State's goaltender, Ethan Taplin, on a potential odd man rush by the Redbirds. Now they have it. Coming in is make that Strom, as Matthew Strom gets a shot off that's gloved and held onto.
The Ice Bears are putting on a passing clinic here tonight, but I would really like them to see a little more shooting and a little less passing.
Yeah, I agree with you. A little more shooting and a little less. Isn't that a song? A little more shooting and a little less passing.
If it's not, it probably should be.
Something to that effect. Yeah, absolutely. Lasansky battles for it. Puck dug out, and as it slowly makes its way from the shot by Connor Duncan, it's held onto once again by Taplin. Fan faithfuls are here. Now, fans that went to the D1 game were able to get in free to the D3. And there was a lot of people that stayed for at least the first period of that. So attendance-wise, there's more than what's in the arena right now. Play in the ISU zone. Backhander in front was deflected away, as getting that shot was Ozdak. Delayed offside, the Ice Bears clear. Puck now will be sent ahead to Nathan Gustafson, who will swing it all the way around to the near side now. Away from Aiden Krebel, drive behind the net, worked over to the far side to Matthew Hurtado. Shot comes in, and it'll be gloved and fought for by Taplin. He'll hold on. As I mentioned, these same two teams tomorrow, 2 o'clock Central Time. I hope you'll join us for that. 2/3 of us will be here.
At least for the first game.
For the first game, and then it'll be the entire crew here for the second one. Sprock, left side, across the line, getting checked by Casey Trebsweather. There's a drive in from Garnier that gets deflected and maybe off the side of the net. Garnier trying to make sure that everything's good, nobody behind him, and he'll back up. Give some room to Matthew Hurtado. Has some room. Hurtado stumbles on the rut in the side of the, on the line there. There was, on the line as he turned around, there was kind of a rut, and he stumbled on that, but was still able to get a shot on.
He had a blowout of some sort.
We're just going to call it that. I was going to say he tripped over the line. That's just not good to say. So, but he did stumble as he tried to turn, lost an edge. Zaccardi, Conti, referee. Back to Zaccardi, and the Ice Bears with Cooper. Leads a 2-on-3. Cooper as Conti catches up. Cooper to Conti in front. He shoots and it hit the mask of the goaltender Lloyd, but we'll call it a save anyway. Or not. Here's Conti with possession. Taken away and cleared, and Zaccardi will chase for Missouri State. Steps in front of Prazik. Oh, losing it is Zaccardi. Now a 2-on-1. Oh, what a great play defensively by Harper to break it up. As right in front was Prazik. Ice Bears and Harper out of their own zone. Mentioned Harper. And Ryan Harper. Or did I say Ryan? Blake Harper. 7 goals, 15 assists. Blake is the highest scoring defenseman in team history. 7 goals, 20 assists, but you know what? He's 5 away from those points. And he could be and continue to break a record this season. Very, very good possibility of that. But he does not have any points in this game here today. Puck cleared back down to the Missouri State zone for Papuga. Nice one-handed move to get it out to center ice and a race with it. Papuga, right side, looking for some help. Papuga centering pass, and somehow it makes it over to Drummond. Down in low, back up to Holmstrom, trying to work through the puck. Papuga to try to keep it in. Out to center, and Missouri State will set it up. That center ice face-off dot looks so plain now. It used to have an Ice Bears bare head, but Missouri State shares it with Drury, and so no more barehead.
Not no more barehead, just a...
Well, no more. Okay, there is not a big giant barehead that used to be in the center ice face-off circle. Right. It's now in one of the zones.
And it's interesting that Drury's logo isn't the Panther. You think that there'd be some kind of keeping it similar.
You would think. Here comes Moon. Scott, there's a buzz coming off of your headset. Somehow we're going to have to figure that one out. At least I hear the buzz.
Yep, I hear it.
Well, that's something for a later date. Strong with a drive in. Good save there. Trying to work the puck up is Gustafson. The Ice Bears do clear. 13:59 to go in this period. It is becoming a fast game, but I still think we're going to go past midnight. Shot off the side of the net as Krimble got a shot there. Puck held in. ISU with Greibel. And the Ice Bears with Lasansky. Already has a goal. Lasansky breaks free left side. Lasansky, he shoots up high.
Looking at for that far side top corner and just missed it.
13:22 to go in the period. Sending the puck in is Hitzler. 4 goals, 4 assists. He's out of Fox Lake, Illinois, is Zachary Hitzler. Ice Bears with Lasansky. Evan 7 goals, 2 assists, the senior out of St. Charles, Missouri. Delayed offside, everybody clears, play continues. Oh, Harper with a big hit on Hitzler. Harper hit Hitzler, that's what it is. Now the Ice Bears with Sicardi. Back to Harper to set things up in his own zone.
Well, Harper got the short end of that stick, but again, the goal of a check is to take the player off the puck, and he's successful in that.
Daniger in front, he shoots, good block in front. Trying to keep things away, at least from the most important parts of the body. I believe, let's see who that was. Yeah, he's still hurt, it's Zangara. Zangara, after the block, he's just kind of down. Or is that, no, that's Trebsweather, number 45, Casey Trebsweather, who's still trying to get into the play. So the Ice Bears essentially are playing 5-on-4 right now. There's a drive in, missing wide from Papuga. Kept in, and Missouri State with all sorts of pressure now. Shot comes into the corner, 11:45 to go, and now Missouri State will change up at least one. They get Conti on. And we get a whistle. They're gonna stop play here as Trebsweather finally gets off and on the bench. 11:35 to go in the period. Face off in the ISU zone. Ice Bears have the puck. It's though flipped out. Here comes Culleton. His snap pass broken up. Dropped down in front and steered into the corner. Missouri State now ranked number 11. They were ranked as much as number 2 prior to losing 5 games, actually 6 games. Here's a drive in from Papuga and held on to. Missouri State, at one point, they only had 2 losses and 1 tie. They now have 1 overtime loss and 2 ties. And 6 losses. They are 3-6-1 to start this second half of the season. Ice Bears have it out in front. Drive. Cooper score! Nice play from out in front. As Cooper picks up the puck from behind the net, he will get the goal, his 18th of the season. And Isaac Cooper, who was 5th in scoring, gets the goal here, this coming at 9:11 of the second period. Missouri State has scored 4 straight goals. And the fans are 1 goal away from an Andes frozen custard. We'll catch the call from Kevin Thorough.
Ice Bears goal scored by number 44, Isaac Cooper. Assists are pending on the play. Time of that goal at 9:11 of the second period. Scored by number 44.
With the pending assists, and a 4-1 lead for Missouri State. The biggest key is, will they get an Andes? They have a lot of time, half this game, with to do that. Ice Bears with some pressure once again. It's chipped away and cleared. We get an icing call. Icing will bring it back. And we'll have to sync up the clock. 9:57 remaining. Play is underway. Holmstrom, he'll work it into the corner. Pass up the middle, intercepted though, taken away by Theodore Bittman, although it'll be ISU out of their own zone to work it through with Capuano. We get an icing call here. 9:34 to go in the period. Icing will bring it back into the ISU end of the ice. Again, these same two teams tomorrow, 2 o'clock Central Time. We'll have it for you right here. And basically, Scott, in about 59 minutes, we'll be playing 3 games in one day.
Certainly isn't the first time either.
Oh, no. Well, and of course, we televised them, but we didn't have to broadcast all of the Route 66 showcase as far as broadcast-wise goes. We had other broadcasters come in and help us.
Well, that's because we care about our viewers.
100%.
Wherever they are.
Yeah. And we'll tell you about another great item that we have as a drive comes in by Schlereth and it's deflected into the corner. An Ice Bear parent who makes fantastic sculptures out of metal. I don't know if we can get this on camera. Maybe I'll open it in the next period intermission and we'll get it on camera, but we're going to auction this off. We have to figure out how we're going to, but we will. Getting dropped down in front was Capuano. We're going to get a whistle. A penalty is coming up. And Lasansky will go. Just the 3rd penalty of the game. There it is right there. This one results in a power play because the other 2 were coincidentals. Face off. 1 by ISU comes right out in front. Oh, what a save. As Dolan got the shot and waiting for him was Taplin. Ethan with an .833 save percentage.
Evan Lasansky, 2 minutes for roughing at 11:23 of the second period.
Even with that save percentage, he's doing
roughing.
well. Roughing is the call, as you hear. Shot up high, misses. Kept in near side, Michael Magos. Dropped it over and working it as Bittman. Intercepted by Papuga. Before the hit, you can't clear it though. Bittman has it. Burkett skating through. Bittman over to the far side, trying to work it to Dolan now. 3 goals, 6 assists for Gavin Dolan out of Elk Grove Village, Illinois. Now 1 minute to go on the power play. Puck squirts free. Grabbed by Trebsweather. He's okay now. Magos waits. Down in low, Dittman. Up high again. Goes Trebsweather. Blocked. Taken away. Here comes an Ice Bear. Might be a 2-on-2. Racing is Ott, and it goes away from him. Ott had a stick in his midsection or underneath his arm, but they didn't call it, the officials.
Gave the Bears an opportunity to change out some players, at least.
Yeah, it did. Gustafson pulled away. Now to Garnier. Backhander doesn't clear. Magos keeps it in, and we get a drive and a stoppage as Taplin will hold on. 15 seconds left in the penalty, and Missouri State has a 4-1 lead. The last 4 goals after Zangara gets the goal for ISU in the first period. It's Culleton, Lasansky, Gerhardt all in the first period, and then Cooper here in the second for Missouri State gets his 18th of the season. Holmstrom leads with 20 goals. ISU with Preble. Power play is over. We're back to 5-on-5. Getting out of the box is Lasansky. Schlereth didn't know that, and he'll send it in though. Lasansky had called for the puck, but nothing happened there. 6:22 to go. Coming up, second period intermission. It will be a duo, but we'll talk to that duo in a second as a drive comes in. Schlereth steered aside by the blocker of Lloyd. But coming up, second period intermission, the combination of Zach Stewart and, did I say Zach Stewart? No. It is Jake Stewart and Zach Drummond. Those will be the combo.
Somebody's tired.
Somebody is tired. Been a long day at my day job and a long day here and long week prepping for all these games.
Oh, I meant me.
Oh,
you're tired too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't pay much attention to you. You're the most, well, you are the most important person here. You're the one producing and getting this thing going, so.
You used to do this without me just fine.
Oh.
It wasn't pretty, but I mean.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't pretty, but I did it just fine. Puck at center. Culleton tried to work it through. Garnier. Now across the line into the zone. Ronberg had it and sent it down. Shots 29-11. Oh, what a nice no-look pass by Cooper. Tipped off of an Ice Bear stick, but Ice Bears gain possession. Now right out in front, drive by Culleton, steered aside.
Fantastic passing once again.
Yeah, it's been some pretty good passing by Missouri State.
Just a clinic out there.
Makes you wonder, though. But again, this is a number 11 team facing a number 44 team. So consider that. But still, Missouri State has turned it on when they've needed to. Trailing 1-0 and then scoring the next 4 straight. But they're 4:17 away from the end of this period. Here is Culleton with a drive in. Good cover by Lloyd. He'll hold on. Again, if the Ice Bears score 5 goals, it's $1 Andy's frozen custard. Now you have your tickets. I don't have my tickets. So I won't be able to get a frozen custard tonight on my way home.
Haha.
Unless I can find a ticket somewhere. Here's Harper. Across the line, drops it in with 3:56 to go in the period. Over to Moon. Up high on the line, kept in, dropped down low by Zaccardi. Now Holmstrom, he shoots in, it's blocked. Into the corner, Holmstrom again. Off of his stick to the half boards, cleared out to center. And Missouri State will set it up in their own zone with 3.5 to go. It's gotten colder in here, Scott. I can tell you that much. Drive in by Holmstrom, steered aside. Good play there by Harper to keep it in front, and Missouri State keeps possession. Now Harper left side, still with it. To Gerhardt playing the left point in the drive in. That will be gloved by Lloyd. He'll hold on. 2:59 to go in the period. If you want to talk about career stats, and I'll see if I can update them. But Isaac Cooper got a goal today. So Cooper now has 31 career points in 31 games played. Tyler Culleton, we'll see if he has anything here today. Yes, he has a goal. So Culleton with 46 points in 32 games played. And those are career statistics. Jake Stewart has played 120 games. Zach Drummond has played 122. Well, I guess if you update that, it's 121 and 123 with today's games. That is an ACHA record. Now, several players, one which includes Brett Houston, will play a 6th ACHA season. And that's because they gave players, because of COVID, an extra year. And Houston will play, is what I'm told, next year. That'll be his 6th.
So that makes him like a super senior.
A super duper senior. Right?
Yeah.
Scramble for it. Grabbed by Mulcahy, and instead of carrying it, he'll just drop it in and go for a line change. Oh, the Ice Bears just kind of peeled away from the puck, and coming in to rush
a little miscommunication
was Burkett, but the Ice Bears were able to pick it up and give it to Lasonsky. Now Lasonsky shoots in. Easy handle there by Lloyd. He'll hold on, 1:22 to go. As I mentioned, coming up at the first period intermission, it'll be Jake Stewart and Zach Drummond. Now this is kind of a second interview. Last year we did a 2-parter interview, and they liked it so much they wanted to come back and do it again. So we did. This one again from January. Gronberg with a backhander in. Gage has his own hockey rink. His dad built a hockey rink on their land, overlooks the backside of the house. And a lot of the Ice Bears, when they were up in St. Louis one cold evening, went out and skated.
Is it in St. Louis or is it in Kansas City? I thought he was out of Kansas City. His son used to play out of a team in Kansas City.
Lee Summit. Did I say St. Louis?
Yep.
Yeah,
it's Kansas
Lee
City.
Summit, Kansas City. My mistake
I
there.
believe his dad's an architect, so he's definitely knows how to design things.
Yep, Gronberg Architects. Yep.
And I've seen pictures of it, so
it's pretty nice.
Yeah, my kids used to play against him in high school, so
you know all about that.
No. I know a little bit about that.
25.1 seconds left here in this period. Shots 35-11 in favor of Missouri State. Goals again after Zangara gets the first goal for ISU. It's Culleton, Lasonsky, Gerhardt, and Cooper for Missouri State. 4 straight. So right now Missouri State have put 15 shots on in this period and just 5 for ISU, although now make that number 16. .5 seconds left in this period. Draw one, move to the far side, off the boards. Gustafson clears it out, and that'll do it for the period. 16 on Dylan Lloyd, 2-period total of 36. Ethan Taplin faces 5, 2-period total of 11. Just 1 power play for the Redbirds as Lasonsky gets put in. The other were coincidentals. And we have just 3 penalties total in this hockey game, a relatively clean one right now.
We are celebrating our seniors for the 2022-23 season, and all of the festivities are scheduled to get underway by 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. So while we do have game time at 2, we do have some pregame ceremonies starting at 1:30, and all parents of seniors are encouraged to meet us down here in the lobby at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. So our festivities are going to get started a little bit early tomorrow to celebrate our seniors for the current season. We hope to see you all there.
Yeah, we hope to see you there, as Kevin Thurl tells us about senior afternoon. I guess you can call it 1:30 will be the time for that, with a lot of the senior activity going on. And hopefully we'll be able to be on the air for some of that for you, get the senior activity. So right now the activity is intermission, and coming up it will be Jake Stewart and Zach Drummond. We'll have an interview with both of those guys coming up in mere moments. 4-1 Ice Bears. They're 1 away from Andes after 40 minutes of play.
Hey, Missouri! Barrel Bob here. I'm MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. I see a lot of distracted drivers in work zones not paying attention to the road. Distracted driving is the #1 cause of crashes. The average text takes 5 seconds to read. At 55 miles per hour, you could travel the length of a football field blindfolded. Don't take the chance. I want you and my friends working on the roads to get home safely. Please buckle up and put your phone down. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
And welcome back to Jordan Valley Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. Steve Casson now with a couple of players. We had so much fun last time. We're doing it again. Jake Stewart and Zach Drummond. Welcome, guys. This is now 2023. You've had about a year to think about hockey. No, you've had about a month or so. Seems like a year. First of all, let's get into it. What have you guys been doing in the off season? Jake, what have you been doing?
Just working, trying to save some money. And staying busy, seeing some family, and visiting a bunch of more family for Christmas, and travel a little bit to Denver, visited some friends out there. But yeah, mostly just stayed pretty busy.
Money's the key, right?
Always.
That's the big thing.
Yep.
Parents don't take care of half of what you guys want to do.
No, I mean they help a lot, but yeah, you definitely gotta do your own to get some spending money for around here.
Zach, what about you?
Kind of same as Jake. I got to travel a little bit up to Minnesota to see my family. Got to get on the ice a few times up there in the outdoor rinks as well. That was pretty cool. And then just Christmas and New Year's activities kind of just flew by, and I'm happy to be back.
Okay, let's talk about that. You got to go play in an outdoor rink. Did you play just pickup, or did you actually play a game? Or
it was just a little pickup. Me, my dad, and my sister were just messing around out there. But in Minnesota, they have outdoor rinks obviously everywhere in the winter time, so it's a little family tradition to get out there and skate around and visit my grandma in the winter, so it was pretty cool.
Okay, now I know you're not a meteorologist, and neither am I, but does it seem like it's getting a little warmer during the winter times now? Is maybe certain parts of ice that used to be frozen all the time hard to find now?
Yeah, I could say that, but at the same time, you turn around, today's a great example. Yesterday it was golfing weather, and today it's freezing. It's just the Midwest for you.
Absolutely. Well, and it's weird because I call that the Midwest also up in Minnesota, but it's next to Canada.
Right.
I mean, how can it be the Midwest? But okay, we'll give it to them. Now, what about you, Zach? Did you have a good time skating too at all?
Oh yeah, I got on the ice a few times. It was kind of hard to with working, and but like there was a few times where I was able to get on the ice and sharpen the blades up and be able to come back here ready to go for the second semester.
Take us through, both of you. Take us through the first time you got on the ice. I know you said you were skating, but I mean, for really getting out of the ice during practice, was it tough?
Yeah, I'd say our first practice was on Wednesday night, and I'd say it was pretty tough getting back. Cody worked us pretty hard, and I think the legs were giving out a little bit towards the end, but I love the boys, so we were able to push through it. How about you, Jake?
Yeah, I think it was important to get us back in shape and moving and get the legs under us. So, yeah, we definitely skated a lot and preparing more for this game this weekend. So, yeah, no, we got bagged a little bit, but that's all in good nature.
Okay, right now, Zach leads. He has 4 assists, but Jake, you have 2 goals and 1 assist, 3 points. So, technically, points-wise, yeah, it's Zach, but hey, Jake, I mean, you've got a couple of goals.
There you go.
He's a natural-born goal scorer. He's hard to keep up with, so I don't really want to look too much into the goal column.
Now, the other thing, too, is you guys have played 21 of the 22 games at this point. You've played a lot of games in your career with Missouri State. Rumor has it you may be some of the top game players of Division III players in a long time.
Yeah, apparently me and Zach are going to end up, I think Zach's like a game ahead of me or something, where he may end up at top most games played in all of Missouri State D3, and I think I'm a game or two behind him. But yeah, I think if we don't mess up and play every game from now on, then I think we should obtain that record.
Okay, define mess up.
Anything from getting hurt to just not playing good and not getting games in, but we're going to see what we can do and get all the games we can and hopefully get that record.
Talking with Jake Stewart and Zach Drummond of Missouri State, and you guys are also part of the club, your club officers. What made you decide to want to be that part?
I just wanted to be a part of the club just after seeing what some of the older guys were doing for the organization whenever I was a younger freshman and sophomore, and after just talking to them, I thought it'd be good to help out and just really love the boys, really love Missouri State hockey, so just wanted what's best for everyone.
Jake?
Yeah, pretty much same here. I mean, it's a student-ran organization, so I mean, everything's not going to change overnight, and you're not going to have people to improve things naturally if we're not going to do it. So we have a great system we have going on here, and I'm glad we have a good group of core guys that can keep that going.
The last time we talked, you only had one official loss. We're talking now, you only have one official loss. Is this an amazing season or what?
Yeah, we're doing pretty good this year. I think we're all kind of bought in. Everyone's having a good time. Everyone loves the boys, and everyone's just fired up to keep winning.
You know, I talked to several of your other teammates during interviews. Everyone loves the boys. That just all of a sudden start. Do you know how it started?
Yeah, a little bit. I'd say it's just kind of a culture thing, and one time we kind of just came up with a little saying, "I love the boys," just kind of made it a little running joke, and we've stuck with it, and I think it's maybe helped us win a few more hockey games.
Yeah, I agree.
Kind of like when the Blues played Gloria.
Right.
In the locker room, it's just kind of stuck, and that's the way it is.
Right.
Yep. And everyone's buying into that memo, and I think that's showing on the scoreboard too.
Yeah.
That was Zach Drummond. Jake Stewart also with us of Missouri State. Jake, we'll start with you. And I know that folks, if they didn't listen to the other interview, they get to hear it now. Who is your favorite NHL player?
Ooh. Let's do, I think I may change mine from McDavid from last time. I think I'm going to do McKinnon this time around.
Okay, and Zach?
I think last time I said I'll have to stick with a Blues player, so I'm gonna stick with the Blues. I'm not exactly sure who I said, but I've been watching a lot of Blues hockey recently, and Booch has really stood out to me. Obviously, Saad's on a pretty hot streak right now too. He's a cool vet to root for, but Buchnevich has been a pretty key player for us, and just kind of plays both ways. So.
Yeah, Saad. I saw what he did on the 2-on-1 the other night, and just he's the real deal. I mean, he always has been. But,
right. Yeah, he's been hurting us in the playoffs for so long. It's great to have him on the team finally, and he's a good veteran presence. So.
Okay, so then that leads as we go, Zach. Who is your favorite NHL team?
Definitely the St. Louis Blues. Second favorite NHL team, though, I would have to say probably the Pittsburgh Penguins. Just growing up watching Sidney Crosby and those baby blue jerseys in the Winter Classic the first year they ever had it were pretty cool, and I always played them in the NHL.
And you, Jake?
Blues definitely first, but second I would say Vegas. I think they have a good fan base, and I think they have a lot of good players, and it's fun to watch the team a lot.
Well, if you care, mine are the LA Kings and the Blues.
Yeah, I can tell by your phone case.
Yeah, absolutely. That couldn't give anything away. But no, my two favorite, and they have kind of a history together when you think about it. You know, they have. Actually, both teams kind of have the history because both teams had Grant Fuhr on their team. And then the whole thing with Gretzky was on their team. There have been other trades, other players that weren't taken by LA that were taken by St. Louis. So there's a lot of connections there. So I'm just going to leave it at that and say, yeah, that's my reasoning for that. But this is an important question, though. Will the Blues make the playoffs?
I'm going to say yes because I love the boys, and I'm never going to say no, but it's looking a little iffy right now. They're sitting right around 500, maybe a little bit better. A few key injuries, but they're still playing well, so it's a long season. We'll see what happens.
Jake?
I mean, I sure hope they do. I mean, we saw what happened in 2019 when they were in the bottom and then climbed their way up and eventually won the Cup. So, I mean, hopefully, they do the same thing and climb out of what they're in and make a run.
Do you think they're going to do anything at the trade deadline?
That I don't know. That's a good question. I try not to speculate into that. It'd be hard to think that they wouldn't try to pick up some kind of defenseman for, cheap or whatever. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Definitely need some help on defense.
So this question here is going to kind of lead me into Missouri State. But the next question is, how about the rookies? What do you think they're doing with the Blues right now?
Yeah, they're actually. I was watching that fourth line the other night, and they're awesome. They're really getting a chance to earn their spot and stepping up. A lot of guys, defense and forwards, just stepping up and and kind of earning a right to play, or at least to be considered to play. So it's pretty special.
And that leads me into some of the things I wanted to mention about, our rookies. Tyler Culleton, second year, but hey, he's just come on strong, and he's the leading scorer for the team. And then you've got other guys, especially on defense. Now, I know Harper's been there a couple years, but when he first came in, he tore it up as a rookie. Something you guys like to see, right? You like to see guys coming in making immediate impacts.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I think our rookies have done a really good job this year, just being a big part of the team. A few on power play and penalty kill, and asking them to do just about everything. Just kind of goes back to the message that we kind of all bought into, just loving the boys, and that's just kind of why we're winning hockey games.
Comes back to your goaltending, too. You've got two goaltenders that it doesn't matter who you put in. I mean, there's confidence all the way, right?
Right, yeah, both sides. And we just picked up another goalie at semester, too. So, so now we have 3 great options going into any game.
Just heard from Jake Stewart, also Zach Drummond here with us. A couple of more seconds before the game gets underway again here in the third period, but what do you guys hope happens when you get to the end of the season, or let's just say the end of regular season, because you'll be in postseason with Maka, and pretty much for ACHA. When I say pretty much, I mean weird things can happen, but I doubt that'll happen. But what are your guys' goals?
I mean, big picture goal would just be to win the national championship. I think everyone's kind of set their mind on that. Obviously, that starts with this weekend and next weekend and so forth. So a little more short term, just take one weekend at a time, just get a sweep every chance we can. We got a pretty big showcase coming up. Win 2 or 3 of those games would be huge for us. And then I think we're going to battle Arkansas the next week. So just every weekend counts, and just climbing up in those rankings and staying there is what our goal is.
Yeah, Zach, when you say that, Miami, Ohio showcase, that's 3 big games, and then Arkansas, we're at 5 big games coming up to start the second half.
Right, yeah, we have a lot of big games in the second semester, and I think that's a lot different than our first semester, and I think it's important for us to, stay humble and, know that we're on a good streak right now, but know that we have some good competition coming up, and I think it's perfect that we're having some tough games coming up right in time for playoffs and postseason play. So I think it'll prepare us and get us all ready for postseason.
That was Jake Stewart. Jake, you have 2 goals. I'm not going to wish you any more goals because your buddy here, Zach, needs to.
I need one.
Yeah.
He needs to catch up. So, so I mean, definitely get goals, regardless if I wish you or not. But yeah, definitely, Zach. We need to get a couple on the board for you.
I'd look for one in the third period here from me. I'm calling it.
All right, sounds good. And every time I interview somebody, they usually end up scoring, so we'll see what happens.
All right, sounds good.
All right, thanks so much. That, of course, was Zach Drummond, also Jake Stewart joining us. We'll take a break. More hockey coming up.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created junk email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
Let's head for the third period. Here's Steve Casson.
Also joined by Scott Lutzke on graphics, Chris Adams on camera, as Missouri State has a 4-1 lead. So Brad Beatty, who we had talked to earlier, and he is with the Springfield Cardinals. He's here still watching the game. He's found himself. Now, of course, he has a reason to watch because A.J. Daniger, as I mentioned, is also a worker for the Springfield Cardinals, too. And so he's here, wanted to watch it, wanted to check it all out, and, why not?
Yeah, we had a good chat with Aaron Daniger and him out in the lobby, and Nicholas Daniger, we call him Nickel, showed up in his 6'6" stature, and Brad had never met him or seen him, so this is AJ's little brother. So we had a little humorous moment over that.
So we are starting period number 3. Missouri State this time as they started period 1, skating from the left to the right. A.J. Daniger. We got to get that buzz fixed for some reason. Here's to Sprock with the drive. It's blocked. Sprock has it again. Spins around and it moved into the corner. It was blocked by Mario Garcia. IceBirds have it. They heard that, they're one away from Andes, so they're really pushing it here. Here comes Aiden Preble. Dropped in and a save by Missouri State's Ethan Taplin. 883 save percentage. I don't know if that's entirely correct when you look at the fact that he's made some huge saves here. But then again, he only faces so many shots. Here comes Holmstrom. Oh, he forgot the puck as he dropped it down in low. Sent it to the corner by Matthew Strom. And right back out for the IceBirds to set it up again. Shot in. This one by Zaccardi is steered aside by Lloyd. Kept in by Moon right on the left circle, that is. Right as the goaltender looks at it. Puck is taken away and cleared out to center. Dolan will bring it all the way down, and the IceBirds will have possession. Line change for ISU. Missouri State's pass it's a bad one, but it connects, and Moon will chase. Moon in across. He's 1-on-3. Now to Holmstrom. Looking for some help. Holmstrom gathers it up to Zaccardi. Now to Holmstrom as the pass came over from the left side by Harper, and he just missed it wide. Moon is able to send it all the way down and work it into the corner. 8:06 to go in the period. IceBirds with possession to Lasansky. Has a goal already today, or tonight. Lasansky, or this morning, puck into the corner. Where are we at? We
30
are
minutes.
30 minutes-ish. 28. Well, what do we have here?
28, yep.
Yep, 28-ish.
I want to thank the 40 or so viewers we got for joining us this late.
Yeah, 46 I think now. Appreciate you tuning in. Tune in tomorrow, 2 o'clock Central. We'll have the same 2 teams, and then 6 o'clock Central, it'll be the IceBirds Division I squad. Well, for those of us who care about Southern California hockey, if you care, the LA Kings beat the Ducks today 6-4, so that's good for LA. They stay in second place. I know you're a Minnesota Wild fan, and they're at least in a wild card, but barely hanging on.
Yeah, they've been bouncing in and out of wild card and third slot, and it's getting dicey, and this is not the time to be giving up games, that's for sure.
Not at all. Here is Cooper, breaks free, right side. Cooper in front, he shoots, it gets deflected up off the mask of the goaltender Lloyd and into the netting. Yeah, getting down to the nitty-gritty now for not only hockey for us, but also for the NHL. Yeah, Minnesota is in the number 2 playoffs or wild card spot with 63 points. Calgary is 61. But LA back in second spot for those of you who care about NHL hockey. 69 points, 1 above Seattle. Interestingly enough, though, that St. Louis traded Tarasenko and they're 3-0. And then the Rangers got Tarasenko and they're 3-0. So I don't know what that means.
Do the Blues have cap issues? Or is Tarasenko just finished with the Blues?
So I don't know if you remember or not, but he asked to be traded over a year ago.
Oh, gotcha.
And he also said he wanted to play with Panarin and the Rangers. So that was one of the teams he said he would agree to get traded to. He has a no trade clause. Puck cleared all the way down. Icing will be the call. 15:46 to go in the period. So, you know, if any Blue was going to get traded, it would be him. Now the key is, can they sign O'Reilly? Can they keep Barbashev? Then for LA, will they give Jonathan Quick another shot? And will they sign a goalie? Same for St. Louis, as Grice's one-year contract will be over. Well, let's get back to this game. Although, make a comment, sure.
Yeah, I've never really been a big Bennington fan, but I know he's done a lot for the Blues. But how is he doing this year?
He has his moments. You know, he picks his battles and his fights, and sometimes he gets a little hot-headed, but he's doing what he can do. You know, I'm not saying Grice isn't. It's just, you know, St. Louis just has a lot of congruency issues. Here's the Ice Bears with Sprock getting some playing time today too, and his shot goes up high. Now tipped in front by Sprock, and a good save there by Lloyd.
Good attempt at the tip in too.
Yep. Although the crazy thing is, finally Colorado's waking up. They're in third spot now. And it's such a tight race. You know, everyone wonders, will St. Louis make the playoffs? And it's a very good chance they could. But then who's going to get dumped out?
I would just like Minnesota to have an opportunity to make a run without the Blues being in the way.
Yeah, really.
Lately it's been that way.
They probably could have made it to the 19 Stanley Cup, or the Cup in 20, in the 1920 season, if it wasn't for Pat Maroon and those guys, you know, when he was playing with them. And Bennington turned it on. Ice Bears keep it with Gerhardt. Drive in, save, rebound, loose. Nobody there. Well, there was Paylors there, but they couldn't get a handle on it. Garnier keeps it in. He shoots in a drive that is gobbled up by Lloyd. $14:12 to go. Make that 14:02 to go in the period. Osdek going to take the draw with Burkett. One, Gronberg will have it. He'll drop it down in low. Back behind underneath the Schlereth with a drive in. It's blocked. Down in front. Not the people in front of me. I just mean they got to get it down from in front and clear it, and they did. Here's a drive in. Comes right into the glove of Taplin. He'll hold on. 13:41 to remain in this period. Scott, to give folks an idea of where our broadcast location is, we are literally standing almost on top of a row of fans right in front of us. And one day I remember just using the term down in front, and the folks were sitting down and they ducked and they look up like sorry, and I wasn't referring to them down in front, I was referring to the play. I got a giggle out of that one. 13:32 to go in this period as they reset 2 seconds on the clock. You don't have to, they did.
I did, but I have to hit start before it actually takes effect on screen for the viewers.
Isn't that the way it works? You got to hit start before you actually get something going. Here comes Cooper. He centers it in front. Conti had it knocked away. Good tip by Burkett, and it's cleared out to center ice. Cooper, nice pass. Culleton, who's stopped up, gets a shot off, and it's blocked. Culleton on the rebound. Papuga, nice fake pass, left side. Drummond drive, missing wide. Over to Papuga again. He to work it through Bittman, but taken away by Garcia. Left side through nothing but white jerseys, and the Ice Bears, Culleton, will have possession. 12:41 to go. I don't know, Scott. We have 20 minutes and 12 minutes to go in this period. Could we possibly, as we get an offside here, get finished before midnight?
Not playing like that, we're not.
12:32 to go.
That was one of the things I was joking about with Aaron before the third period started here, Aaron Daniger.
Yeah.
Was the fact that the games are exciting when they go into OT or when you see a shootout or whatever, but when it's a doubleheader game, I'm a little selfish in wanting to just be over because I know it's going to make for an even longer night.
Absolutely. Well, the Ice Bears waited till 4:11. So they played 4 minutes, 11 seconds into overtime before Tommy Raymer got the power play goal, too. And what was it, a penalty? It was a too many men penalty. How do you do that on a 3-on-3 overtime? Puck comes up. Here is a drive-in by Sprock and a good save by Lloyd. Zaccardi with it again. Cross ice to Cooper. Back to Zaccardi right side. He shoots in, missed up high. That was a screen because Lloyd didn't know where it was. Hitzler. Lead pass comes all the way down into the zone. Janicki is there. 11:34 to go in the period. Sprock. You know, I say that. I say, how can you get called for too many men? I've had a situation on my men's league team where we got called for too many men. Bad situation.
That's more understandable, I think, than, you know, professional level or, you know, collegiate level. That's, you know, that's bench management stuff right there.
A little tough in that scenario.
You should not be having a too many men penalty at the higher levels, but definitely. But it happens.
Holmstrom worked it through, unable to grab. Moon had it for a second there. Flipped up off the glass and out to center by Mulcahy. All the way down to the Missouri State zone. Puck right out in front. Mulcahy has it. Oh, a drive in. Good save as Zangara was the follow-up on that. Big save there by Taplin.
That's the best opportunity we've seen for the Redbirds in some time.
It has been. And, you know, they are racking up some shots now. It's 43-17. But, you know, if you're Missouri State, you have a 4-1 lead, everything looking good. They're not taking the gas off of the pedal, but they're definitely cruising a little bit. Holmstrom. Puck goes behind to Lasansky. He picks it up. Keeps it in front of him. Bad pass, though. Papuga will keep it in on the line. No, I guess not. It's a delayed offside. So the Ice Bears will have to clear the zone. They do. Kept in now by Osdek. He puts a hit there on Engelbretson. Now the like 12 of the Ice Bears, Zach Drummond. Papuga waiting, but instead it goes down Schlereth along the goal line. Passed over to Drummond, that is, and he missed it. Intercepted now by Kribble. He gives it to Prazik, and he's able to clear it out to center and all the way down in the Missouri State zone where it's Strom to chase. Ice Bears intercept. 9:22 to go in the period. Puck cleared out to center and back down for Duncan. Connor Duncan, 1 goal in 14 games for him this season. Garcia. Flipped out to center, and the Ice Bears fight over it. Papuga and Culleton. Culleton says, fine, you take it, Eric. Now Gustafson brings it in the Missouri State zone. Drop down to Krebel. 7 goals, 3 assists for him, averaging about 0.83 points per game as the puck slides through now in front of Taplin. He'll grab it and hold on. 8:44 to go in this period. Face off in the Missouri State zone. And Conti with possession. Cooper with the center. Burkett to break it out. Cooper keeps. Out in front, Conti score! 5-1 Missouri State, 5 straight goals. That is Andy's frozen custard for the fans. A $1 Andy's frozen custard either tonight or tomorrow. I don't know if they're open. Are they open after midnight? So Vinny Conti will get the goal. That is his 19th of the season. We'll catch the call from Kevin Thurl, public address announcer.
Ice Bears goal scored by number 7, Vinny Conti. assisted by number 44, Isaac Cooper. Time of that goal at 11:35 of the third period, scored by number 7, assisted by number 44. That's a Missouri State.
As the Ice Bears come in looking for another one and a save by Lloyd, but it is the 5th goal.
5 goals for the Ice Bears tonight. You know what that means. You can take your ticket stub tonight, well, they're closed tonight, but tomorrow to Andy's Frozen Custard for a $1 one-topping sundae.
There you go. Fans get that tonight. Or tomorrow. It'll probably be tomorrow. So we get a last-minute line change. Garcia will come out. These same two teams tomorrow, 2 o'clock Central Time. Join us. We'll probably be on the air a little bit earlier because of the on-ice festivities for senior night. So we hope you'll tune in for that. We get an offside here. .7:37 to go. Zangara with the first goal for ISU at 4:26. Then Culleton is 16th at 5:40. At 10:50, Lasansky is 8th. Then at 19:17, Gerhardt is 14th. That made it 3-1. And then Cooper in the second, his 18th. Conti is 19th here in the third. So the Ice Bears have scored in every single period. Scott, it's getting even colder in here. Sprock. Up high. Missed from Stewart. Sprock has been playing very well. Had the puck go underneath his skates. Puck is cleared out. Here's a lead pass. Tried to hit the stick of Janicki. It's intercepted, and then Garcia will come back into his own zone. 6:54 to go in the period.
13 minutes left to midnight.
It's getting close. It's getting close.
We can do it. I have faith.
Okay. Six and a half to go in this period. It's just the allure of playing 3 games in one day. Or broadcasting, either way.
Yeah, I was going to say there's probably a little bit different, a little difference in output of energy playing 3 versus broadcasting 3. Not that what we do isn't difficult or hard, but it's not playing a game, that's for sure.
Yeah, trying to figure out why we have that issue.
Yeah, I unplugged and everything. Can't figure it out.
Yeah, I thought maybe it was a headset issue, but apparently it's not. .6:14 to go. Shot comes in, steered aside by Lloyd. Ice Bears steal. Here's Moon. He shoots. It's blocked in front. Gerhardt right on the doorstep. Looking for a wraparound. Gerhardt shoots. He scores! Or does he? And this puck apparently is right on the line, but I got to tell you, Gerhardt with the shot.
Here's the replay.
Let's see if we can take a look at this. There's the wraparound in front, and
I'm not sure we can see it from our
yeah,
vantage.
we can't really see. But you know, I've done it as a goaltender myself. I've kind of, you know, pushed it a little forward a little bit. I'm not saying that happened. But what I am saying is the official just took his time to get in position for that puck. And a lot could have happened. Now we get an Ice Bear dumped in front. That was Papuga. Play comes the other way. Across for Zangara with a attempt that missed, and the Ice Bears will have possession in their own zone. Obviously, 5-1 is the worst lead in hockey, but had this been about a 5-4 game, maybe we would have wanted to know what was going on there. Lasansky breaks through. Cleared out for Drummond. I'm just waiting for someone to comment and say, every situation is the worst lead in hockey for you. Puck tip wide. It's a joke.
After the third time we say it, it's a trend. So
yeah, it's a trend now. It was a joke.
you know, as much as I would love to say that, you know, we should have video replay and all that stuff, of course there's a cost associated with that far outstrips our ability to do any of that. However, for every opportunity that you might benefit from a video, you also may not benefit from a video. So.
Absolutely. Oh, we get a nice fair trip down in front, no penalty. Now he gets pushed down in front, does Papuga, no penalty, or do we get one? Oh, now we get some issues. Conti not happy, and Conti pushes forward. Conti had his helmet knocked off.
Okay, it looks like we're going to get
There's
some penalties.
the trip.
Yeah. We got Conti.
Yeah, but do we get everything evened up, though? That's going to be the situation, because now there's 2 Ice Bears going into the box.
I'm not sure who 5 is. I don't have that on my roster.
I guess we'll find out who 5 is. I venture to say...
Coincidentals?
I venture to say we're going to skate 5-on-5. It's going to be two against Missouri State, 1 against... Well, hold on here. Do we get the extra 2?
Culleton is in.
Yeah, and apparently we're getting the extra 2. The 2 cancel out, and then there's an extra 1. And you know, it's always the retaliation that they call. They never call the initiating penalty, but it's always the retaliation. Let's catch the call from Kevin Thurl. Blast comes in, and that one's held on to.
Penalties on the play to Illinois State number 54, Matt Strom, to Missouri State number 7, Vinny Conti, to number 26, Tyler Colleton. All 2-minute minors for roughing. Time of those penalties at 15:18 of the third period, resulting in a power play for Illinois State.
Yeah, Culleton was the 3rd man in on that, so that must be the 2nd penalty.
Buxton all the way down, no icing, as racing in is Daniger. He puts a big hit, does Daniger on Duncan. Play continues. Behind the net to Burkett. So they announced who the other player was, and that must have been the number 5. Because we know Strom is 54. Not cleared back down. I don't remember who it was. Ice Bears on a quick change, and they intercept the puck at their own zone. Now to Sprock. Backhander down. .45 seconds left in the penalty. Garcia across the line. He'll have it up high. Across the Ice Bears Bearhead. Drive in. Save there by Griffin. Or Griffin by Taplin. Wrong team.
6 minutes to go till midnight.
Well, apparently we are going to be playing into tomorrow. We'll see. Isn't there a song? It's not 6 minutes to midnight.
Iron Maiden has a song.
Yep, Iron Maiden song.
2 minutes.
2 minutes to midnight.
Yeah.
Cooper steals out in front. He shoots and he missed high and wide to the left side, right of the goaltender.
Yeah.
Ice Bears retreat.
80s, 90s, 70s, 80s, 90s rock is my
Yep,
forte.
love the 80s hair banging music. No problem with it whatsoever. Love my Sirius XM hair banging station. Here comes Holmstrom, 2-on-1. Holmstrom in front. He has some room. He shoots and he missed. He had the goaltender Lloyd out and he missed, just waiting a little bit too long. It was because he was looking for an open net. There was a bunch of skates in front.
Yeah, Lloyd's body language told the story too. He knew it.
Moon had it poked away. Here's Janicki. He races through. Good breakup. Puck in front. Ice Bears have. If they hurry, they get it off the boards to Holmstrom, and Holmstrom will keep it in front. Now we come back and forth with Moon. 1:53 to go. Although we're 5 minutes away from midnight, Scott.
Yeah, I think that we could make it.
Oh, you just got to have more stoppages in play. Here's Moon. Maybe in overtime?
What are you doing to me, man?
Far side. I don't think that's going to happen.
I got an hour and a half drive after we pull.
I know. If that happens in the next minute 32, then
I may not show up tomorrow.
And you can stay here. I've got a guest room. Puck cleared all the way down. And do we get an icing call? We do. Icing. 1:20 to go in the period. 4 minutes away from midnight. Why is that important? Because we have 2 more games to play tomorrow, and if we go into midnight, that's 3 in one day. We've done more than that. When my old broadcast partner Dan Lee and I would go to the MACA tournaments, we would broadcast every single game of the tournament. We got a timeout. Missouri State takes a timeout. And we did like 14, 15 games in a weekend. A lot of games. We'll take a break. We'll be back in just a moment. But the Ice Bears do take a timeout, leading 5-1. And fans get Andes now.
Tri-Lakes Marine has upped its game. Not only is Tri-Lakes Marine the largest Yamaha outboard dealer in the state with G3 aluminum fishing boats and a full lineup of Suncatcher pontoon boats, Tri-Lakes is now the area's newest and largest Bennington dealer. Bennington pontoons are the pinnacle of luxury pontoon boats, and Tri-Lakes Marine has several models in stock. If you're ready to up your game on the lake, stop by Tri-Lakes Marine today on your way to Table Rock, just 15 minutes south of Nixa on Highway 160, your full-service boat and motor dealer.
Back at Jordan Valley Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. Well, Scott, did they hear us? Do they want to delay things? 1:17 to go, and about 2.5 minutes left until midnight. Here comes Ozdek, forgot the puck. Ozdek centers it through, and run on the doorstep was Lasansky, and he couldn't poke it home. Come the other way. Here is Bittman with less than a minute to go. Drive in, shot, score! The follow-up shot, Hank Burkett will get the goal. And it's 5-2. So the initial drive came in, Bittman, but then it's Burkett to follow up. We'll catch the call as the Ice Bears were that close to coming back and scoring. But Kevin Thurl will give us the honors on this one. Shot misses wide, 44 seconds left in a 5-2 game. Here in the third period. Puck slices through with 30 seconds left. Kept in by Zaccardi. Puck played with a high stick, and we get a stoppage with 24 seconds remaining. Or not. Maybe we don't get. Scott, we are now 45 seconds away from midnight. Here's Zaccardi with a shot in. It's blocked in front and cleared all the way down. This
by number 77, Hawk Burkett, assisted by number 9, Teddy Brittman. Time of that goal at 19:03 of the third period, scored by number 77, assisted by number 9.
So that is the call there. And time runs out. Scott, we were 15 seconds away from midnight. We did not get the midnight goal or the midnight game, so 11 shots on Taplin in the third period, 3-period total of 22. Lloyd faces 14 shots, 3-period total of 50. Power plays, the Redbirds were 0 for 2. Missouri State did not have a power play. goals. Zangara will get the first goal at 4:26, his 10th, and then it was Missouri State with 5 straight. Culleton is 16th at 5:40. At 10:50, Lasansky, his 8th. Also in the first period at 19:17, Gerhardt is 14th. In the second at 9:11, Cooper, his 18th. At 11:35, Conti, his 16th. That was in the third period. And then at 19:03, Burkett will get the goal. And for Burkett, that is his 4th goal of the season. And it's 5-2. That is your final score. That is going to do it for us here at Jordan Valley Ice Park. But I think, are we going to get a on-ice interview? Yeah, looks like we are.
All right, fans, we're here with our tonight's Almost Anglers fishing of the game, number 27, A.J. Daniger. Hi, Mom. I guess it feels pretty good to be back home in front of this crowd, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's been a long time since we've been home. Good to be back on home ice, and yeah, just good to be back.
And of course, it's a very special weekend for a lot of the players on the team with senior night coming up tomorrow. And I know we're saying some goodbyes to some long-time faces and some other ones that are a little newer that maybe came a little later in their careers. But how does that mean for you guys performing for those boys?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like we're a close-knit group, so it means a lot just to play hard for the boys and for the guys you grew up in this organization with.
And I know you mentioned it. You guys are close-knit, probably one of the most close-knit teams that many of us have ever seen. And it's got to be good coming back home and seeing some of that and preparing a little bit for maybe a trip to Boston.
Yeah, hopefully. We went through a little bit of a slump there, but we're playing hard for the boys that are in that locker room right there. So it's definitely good to be back here on home ice.
All right, fans, that's tonight's Almost Anglers Fishing Player of the Game, number 27, A.J. Daniger.
So Daniger, of course, the player of the game. Brad Beatty, of course, here to watch him play. He's still here. He just walked out. So even though he has a lot of work to do with the Springfield Cardinals, he's here to stay and watch and support some of the people that work with the Cardinals, including us. That will now finally do it for us here from Jordan Valley Ice Park and the Stan Melton Ice Arena. For Scott Lutzke on graphics and Chris Adams on camera, I'm Steve Cass, and thanks for tuning in. Again, the final score, Missouri State wins this by a count of 5-2. We'll have another one for you coming up 2 o'clock Central tomorrow. Until then, good night, everyone.
You've been listening to Missouri State Ice Bears Hockey with your host, Steve Casson. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Ice Bears Hockey is a presentation of DS Sports Enterprises and WebSportsRadio.com.